Hey, he's back. Indeed, I am, Sam. And I'm happy to be back on the update show. Today, we're going to talk about. I know it's always been pretty personal, but I feel like today it's going to get a little bit deeper. And I feel kind of uncomfortable doing this, but whatever. We're going to talk about how the past like 6 weeks have been doing this college semester. Then we're going to talk about. We're going to do the comment reply. I'm going to read the couple comments that are left on the last video. And then after that, we're going to talk about channel forecast and whatever, we'll get to it. Then I talk about the stuff I got. You know, that might not seem like the most interesting thing, but I can make it interesting. You could trust me. So in this episode, I want to be very honest with you, right? It's not that I've been dishonest before, but sometimes you can lie through exclusion, or however that phrase is. But when I was going into this, having this update show, I really wanted to have a very entertaining show, something like a talk show. Like a talk show has skits, and I'll be very entertaining while talking about myself. To make me talking about myself and me kind of doing like a narcissistic video, like the whole premise of this video is talking about myself, which is pretty self-aggrandizing in a way. But I want to make that entertaining for you, so I'm just not some jack off you're listening to. But I couldn't go through with doing the skit thing this week, and because these past 6 weeks has really tested me, and I don't even know how to start this off. I'm just gonna put it bluntly. Past 2 months, almost every day, I struggle to wake up. I struggle to get out the bed. I dislike doing the things I used to love. And I can't find ways to enjoy the processes of everyday life. So you might ask why. We might just click out the video because another person having a depressing rant. But I have so many. To put it bluntly, I've been really depressed. To the point that I've been really questioning, not suicide, not ending my life, but going to a therapist. And it's just been really, really bad. I mean, I've always been depressed throughout, most of my life, which, I've been able to tolerate. But this past 2 months is just coming to a head. And you might be asking, why is it getting so bad for you? If you know me, like, you usually don't seem that things really bother you. And the truth is, my things don't really bother me except when reality starts to set in, and reality set in deeply for me in the past 2 months. Just realizing that, I mentioned this in the last part actually a little bit, that a phase of my life is over, and now I feel like everything's coming to a head. It seemed like I need to get my ducks in a row, basically, so I can get my life going in the right direction. Like, this is such a pivotal time in my life, but I guess you could say that about any time in your life that's important to execute at a high level to set you up for the next part. But I never realized that before, and the reason why it makes me I feel so horrible. I struggle to wake up in the morning. I struggle to do things that I love doing, that I used to love doing. I remember in junior and senior high school, I loved getting up every morning, lifting weights and running in the church parking lot at 5:30 in the morning, dark outside. I loved that. It was peaceful. But now I just can't do that because I just feel it doesn't even make sense when I say it out loud. Like, none of these feelings make sense when I say it out loud. I just don't enjoy doing it. Like, I feel a pressure to be great, I guess. And I don't know if that sounds stupid or not. I'm really struggling through these feelings, but I guess the impetus. Oh, well, I can't even roll that back. But lately, I guess the latest thing has been being here in college and realizing this shit is not for me. And we're gonna get to it later because boy Henry, your pastor, asked me, what I'm gonna be doing in college, and turns out I ain't gonna be doing college pretty soon enough. You already, you can probably relate to this. I'm not the most relatable person, but I'm pretty sure you can relate to this. Getting up every morning to do stuff is already a challenge within itself. Getting up and wanting to do life, because your brain just wants to sit there and relax, be happy, get up every once in a while, eat some food, watch something entertaining. Your mind just wants to be in a state of just of good enough, of satisfactory, of survival. But once you realize, you know, that you want a little bit more in your life, it starts to your natural tendency, and then what you want kind of conflict. Um, and then when you add on top of that is that not only your desires and your own nature conflicts, is that where you live also conflicts with that, and like the whole setup of your life. It's gonna be really hard to be, to be like a painter or an artist, a prolific artist, when you're stuck doing like a 9 to 5 job that has you that just taxes you so much that make when you come home you're tired. You gotta take care of your kids. I mean, honestly, I don't have to take care of my kids. I mean, I don't have kids that I know of, and so I don't really know how to deal about that. But that's the extreme example. But it's hard for me to get up and work on YouTube videos when I feel that it's just such a daunting task. Plus the fact that I'm in college paying all this money, another daunting task, getting a degree, something that when you think of it, like I personally don't need for my aspiration. I mean, you might need it. Most people might need it for the jobs they're getting. But well, simply put, I'm spending a bunch of money. I'm spending a lot of time. I'm spending a lot of energy, a lot of emotion, investing in something that really it could help me. But if I spend the 4 years working directly on what I want to do, which is YouTube, being a wrestler, and being an editor, and just being creative, if I work hard at that in 4 years and effectively, I think that experience, that natural experience of getting better and getting that skill, is going to be a lot more valuable than 4 years in college. Because half that time you're doing general studies, which I'm not going to say is bullshit, but it's not stuff I'm willing to pay for when YouTube's a thing. You can literally look up anything on the internet for, I mean, not for free. I mean, honestly, you need a device and an internet connection, but you're going to have that anyway. But that being said, though, I've, like the past 6 weeks, I just been doing a lot of thinking. I'm always a big thinker because, I have a lot of time to myself. And when you have no one else to talk to yourself. In my head, obviously, people talk out loud in public is kind of weird. So I spend a lot of time just thinking, and eventually you gotta have an honest conversation with yourself and say, and you have an honest conversation and basically plan out what truly needs to happen, like what you need to do. And I mean, it seems like like a platitude basically, but I feel that this is a very effective way to think, is to keep challenging yourself, to be honest with yourself, because you want to lie and tell yourself what you're doing is not as bad as what it is. You don't want to be real with yourself, because when it gets too real, sometimes you just have a little existential crisis. But the more honest that you are with yourself and with the people around you, the better off you'll be long term. So in those honest sessions of thought, I concluded that I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be in college. It's not for me. I need to make a plan that doesn't have college involved with it, because I feel like I could be successful at it. I told my mom about it, about how I don't want to be in college. She basically said, just do one more semester, and then we'll drop out in 2018. You'll begin not being in college. I was like, cool. So after next semester, I'm done. I would like it to be after this semester, which was only like a week after this video it ends. So I guess I have a little bit more alone time, I guess, because it has been great living in Lafayette, not in shitty New Orleans East, where it's dirty all the time and the ceiling's caving in and there's roaches and termites and all a bunch of wonderful, wonderful things that made my life so easy to wake up to every day. but it does give me, I guess, a comfortable place to record videos, and I guess that is a pro. But also contributing to my feelings and a lack of videos, because it's really hard to work when you feel so horrible and you're not at your best. And right now, I'm not at my best, but I feel like I really have to record this. Uh, you know, to be genuine, I guess, not to use some stupid buzzword, but I felt like this had to be done to get this off my chest, because it's easier to talk basically to myself than talk to a person. I know I'm technically I'm not talking to you, but you're listening to what I'm saying. Whatever, you get it. You're not stupid. Also contributing to my depression is I feel alone. And some of that, I feel a lot of that is self-inflicted. Because again, I'm not being honest, I'm not being truthful all the time. Not to say I'm telling people falsehoods or lying straight to their face, is that I don't know if all the time I'm telling everything that needs to be said from my perspective. A good example of this, my friend Dante was talking about this the other day, is how people, they go up and ask you, some random person, and say, how you doing? Most people say good or whatever. Or some, like no one says, oh, I'm doing great, I'm happy to be alive. And no one definitely says, man, life just fucking sucks. Every day I wake up and I wish I didn't. Like no one's saying that. But, and that's just a small example, but it's one that happens almost every day. From that perspective, I can see I do that with pretty much everything. Someone asks me how I'm doing or how I feel about something, and I say only a kernel of the truth, not the whole thing. And the truth is that I feel in my own observations that I exclude myself. I make myself less interesting, less compelling as a person, appearing like less thoughtful than maybe I am, because I feel like I think it's a lack of confidence. It's a lack that, since I have not been successful in many parts of my life, maybe I don't deserve that success. Maybe that's a subconscious thought in my head. It's definitely not something I feel in the conscious part. Like I don't feed myself that lie, but it's one that always comes out. It's like a filter on everything I say, filter on everything I do, filter on where I think. I don't tend to be negative, but I tend to suppress thought, suppress real thought. An example of this could be this video. For the update shows, I go in thinking that I need to prepare for about 5 to 8 hours, preparing on what I'm going to say, pretty much how I'm going to say it. Not necessarily, writing line for line, but knowing exactly where I'm going to go with every single talking point, basically. Excuse me. And that leads me down a tumultuous path, because I'm basically telling myself that me talking, me having a discussion basically is not compelling. And maybe it is. I guess I'll find out today, because I prepared for like 45 minutes beforehand today for this one. And I'm basically telling myself like that I'm not confident in my ability to have an extemporaneous conversation with you and tell you factual things. If I don't know anything else in this life, I should know one thing, is my own history. I should at least know that and be able to convey that accurately. I don't know if I am though. But also contributing to that loneliness is the fact that I also suppress, I guess this goes back to the same point, but I don't let many of my interests be shown by people. So like I don't like share things that I really love with people, the things I'm most passionate about. I don't know, I just kind of keep that stuff in. I let other people tell me what they care about. And I love listening to, like, in a conversation, I'll let the other persons talk and I want to hear them. It could be, I was just texting with a friend last night, and I felt guilty for dominating the text conversation, even though, the person didn't mind. The person actually cared about what I was talking about, and that turns out what friends and family are for. They care about what you have to say and when you say it. But it's so stupid to explain this to yourself, and like, why it feels like I'm such a dickhead for even thinking like this in the first place. And to some degree, I kind of am a dickhead. That's kind of why I don't cut the hair too low. But anyways, I feel like I have to tell myself, you know, it's okay to let other people know how you're feeling, because it's not a sign of weakness. You're no less or more of a man for telling, well, I guess you'd be more of a man, more of a human for telling people how you feel, what you think, what you're passionate about. People like that because they show that you're also one of them. You also share their feelings, not maybe on the same things, but you both exist in the same plane. Because sometimes, you know, when you're walking, like you're just walking around a place on a sidewalk or whatever, or if you're still in school, you might be walking in the hallway in the cafeteria. This happens to me a lot. It's someone that you're not really friends with. You know them, you know their name, they know your name. Y'all talked before a couple of times, but y'all not really friends, not really acquaintance, but y'all know each other. Y'all should be able to say hi to each other when y'all pass by, right? Right. Or wrong. But this happens frequently with me. Is that I pass by someone walking somewhere that I know, and they would look at me. Well, I know they would avoid contact. I'll be looking at them, and they wouldn't acknowledge me. I feel kind of like, I feel like that person didn't even know I exist. Like I'm a ghost walking around. I'm like a 6'6", 280-pound ghost that they just managed to avoid. And sometimes I feel like I feel that a lot because it literally happens. But sometimes I don't even know why I brought that up. I forgot where I was going with that. Maybe I should be prepared for 6 hours. And in this summer semester, I remember, I don't even know, I feel, I'm pretty sure I didn't say it in the last video because it happened after the last video. But since I've said it a couple times before, talking to people, because I was trying to be more honest and tell people how I feel. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over again, but I'm not actually. So I woke up one morning on like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, 9th of June. And that was it's a very, very special day. That weekend is usually a very special day. You know why? Because it's the Dominion, New Japan Pro Wrestling's Dominion show, which is a very big show. And I was talking about this wrestling match that was going to happen, or that did happen by the time I uploaded the video. But I talked about it and how I thought it was going to be a 7 or 8 star match. I think I locked in my bet at 8 stars, and I came pretty close. I joked about it, but it actually ended up happening. The scale ended up being broken again. But anyways, I woke up that morning. I watched the Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada match, and it was awesome. It's 10 out of 10, whatever, 6 stars, whatever your scale is, how you think of things. It was amazing, phenomenal, and it just makes you, watching like fantastic stuff motivates me in a way. The things that depress me are like things that get received, like get high praise, even though they're not very good. Like that manifests itself on YouTube as like a bunch of shitty video game, like drama channels in general, or negative video game channels that are always talking about negative topics in the video game industry, that get a lot of publicity, a lot of views, a lot of subscriptions, and those people make a lot of money making bullshit videos. I'm gonna talk, right? That stuff depresses me. When I was watching that match, I'm like, man, this is fucking amazing. I want, it is my life goal to have something as fantastic as this, to some emotionally riveting as this, in some form or fashion. At something, well, I guess not saying emotionally riveting, but something that adds so much to someone's life. It is such an experience. If I do that at least one time, you know, I make someone else's life better in a substantial way, something so substantial that people always go back to it. I could be proud of that. But anyways, what made me feel bad about that is after I watched the match, I went back to sleep because, you know, I woke up really like a little bit earlier than I normally would because the show started like at 2 o'clock in the morning because, you know, it's in Japan. So I went back to sleep after I watched the match because I was tired, worn out. And when I wake up, I open up YouTube on my phone and I see my sub box is filled with New Japan Dominion reviews from channels that weren't covering New Japan a year and a half ago. or I should have said 2 years ago, because Wrestle Kingdom 11 really kicked a lot of this stuff off, I've noticed. But anyways, it was from channels I don't think would normally cover New Japan that way, and I just felt I always wanted to cover New Japan for a while now, or cover wrestling for a while, but specifically New Japan, I guess, because I really love that promotion. And seeing them do it is like, fuck. It's like I'm watching my life kind of pass me by because I've been wanting to do this and I can't really do it the way I want to. And you could say this is another like lie I'm telling myself, and that I felt like I couldn't do it accurately. I couldn't do the show justice because I didn't watch most of the build up like 7 months before. I haven't watched 7 months what happened, the shows that happened previously. So talking about that is out of a vacuum. I just seem, is without a doubt, I'll be ignorant to some of the stuff that's been happening. I don't know, but I felt with the context, I can make like the videos be so much more thoughtful than the vast majority of these wrestling channels out here. And I just feel like I never had the time, or I never used my time effectively. It's probably more of that because it goes back to my mind is a monster that eats itself. I feel bad because I work hard on something and it doesn't, get what I want. I didn't get what I wanted out of it. Well, I got, the fulfillment of making something great, but I didn't get fulfillment on being ensured that this is something that I could do for a sustained period of time. Because you can make a bunch of great videos, but if no one watches them, you can't do them forever. You could be a great artist and you can paint, but if you need to go get another job, you're not going to have time to make those great paintings that you wanted to and put the mental effort in. You're making the few paintings you can have the effort and time in doing. So if I can't, I fail in that aspect, so I feel bad. And once I feel bad, it's hard to go the next step further, start making stuff again. And then when you try to make it, it kind of comes out worse. And, you just get behind. At some point, you just got to break through. And, I haven't been doing that. But you could say that was a call to action moment, but every day is a call to action moment when I wake up. And I just know, realizing that you're the only person that can make the life that you want. Really, realistically, the only person that's gonna make it right for you. It's a great thing, but it also is a very daunting task when you have lofty goals, to be dependent on yourself, to make things right on your own. And even with that effort, the wind can blow it all away. But with that being said, you may not be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. People are going to tell you that there is one. You kind of know that there is one, but you can't see it. What does that mean? Just because you can't see it, I mean, you don't turn back, right? Maybe you should. People are saying, even though people are saying there is a light in the tunnel, and you feel in your instincts there is, but you don't see it. Do you turn back? I don't know if you feel strongly about it. You just, natural thing to do is keep pushing. And you keep pushing and pushing. You still don't see that light, but you still feel that it's there. It's worth pushing. It's worth pushing towards that light. And you get tired and you're depressed and you're running out of energy. You could rest. But I feel like I can never turn back. I gotta keep pushing and pushing. One day I want to see that light in the tunnel. It might still be 10 miles away, but it might be a light year away. Well, that'd be a little bit too long. But it might be a marathon away, a city away, whatever it is, however it manifests itself. Once you see it, you can push through. You push, and push until I get there. And I mean, that's what I gotta do now. And that's what my life is now. It's pushing. But you should never push blindly. You should devise a plan And in that plan, you account for everything that you know that will help you and everything that can surprise you and impede your progress. And within that, things that you never even thought of will pop up to stop you or help you. Take it in stride. And that being said, I have a 3-month plan for the rest of this month, August and September. The only thing I'm focusing on is making 3 videos a week. Quality, I'm just gonna make sure they're good, 3 good videos a week for the next 3 months, or next 2 months and a half, I should say. And that'll be my goal. That's just how I'm gonna push. That's how I'm gonna push through this depression. I'm gonna push through college, getting rid of this, getting pushed through any doubt I ever had in myself, getting doubt that anyone had on me, anyone saying that this is stupid, what you're pursuing is dumb, you're wasting your time, that your passion is misplaced, things that are unsaid, how people feel about me. I gotta push through that. The feeling of being alone, the feeling, not being successful, I gotta push through that and make my dreams true. With all that bullshit being said, I keep saying that phrase. However this journey goes, however long it is, how successful I may be, this is going to be a great one. It's going to be great no matter what. Because I'm going to put my heart, my soul into this. And I know there's people, people watching. If y'all got this far in the video, I know y'all in it too. I know y'all there to support me too. Y'all may not remember to like and share the video. I'm not doing like a backhand comment thing. You legitimately forget, but I know y'all there for me, because it's not your job to be sharing all my videos and shit. But I know that y'all care about me. Y'all want to see me successful. It might only be Sam watching me. He might have clicked off by now. Whoever, it might be, this video might even get 0 views. I might not even see this, get a single person to get to watch this video. But I know there's people out there that want to see me happy. And fuck, I want to see myself happy. I want to see myself with that dream coming true. I don't want to cry anymore because I'm sad, because I miss people, or I feel like I'm missing people. Feel like I'm missing moments, missing experiences. I don't want to cry because I'm sad anymore. I want to cry because my life is so beautiful, I can't keep it in anymore. I'm tired of crying after this listen to a song, and I'm listening to a song and it's just reminding me of how much that I feel like I'm missing out on. I ain't missing out on anything anymore. I'm going to do what I need to do to get what I want, get what I need, and I'm going to get it. I should probably do the comment reply now. So, I already read Sam's comment. Hey, he's back. Back again. Alright, Pastor, he commented, "What's your major, nerd?" I replied, "Mass communication / broadcasting." Which, going into it, I thought I was going to be able to use broadcasting and communication. Like, I thought I was going to use those things I would learn there for YouTube, and it's not worth my time. It's just not worth my time to teach myself those things, and it might be a weird thing to say that, I just teach myself that shit, but you can. There's a little thing called the internet, and I have been doing it. No one taught me how to edit. I taught myself how to. And then you might come back and say, "Oh, it's shitty anyway. I could tell." Well, touche. Anyway, Pastor then replied, "Cool, what do you plan to do with it?" I guess I kind of answered it, but I didn't reply in the comments because I want to save that. I wanted to save it / that I always feel weird talking about how I want to be a YouTuber, a content creator. Can you find a better phrase for that? Can I just say YouTuber? I'm okay with YouTuber. I don't like content creator. I don't know. Something about that just doesn't feel right. Anyways, I always feel weird saying that I want to be that because it's so unconventional. And it's like, when you say you want to be a YouTuber, the person that you're talking to is most likely going to go to the thing that they, equate YouTube to, is a bunch of dumb, shitty, popular videos. You know, I mean, they know cool ones too, but the most of the stuff is just, vapid. I sound really bitter, don't I? I love YouTube. Anyways, enough of that shit. I replied to your comments, and if you have a question that you want me to go in on the show, or just I'll guess I'll reply to it in the comments section. Go ahead and put it in the comments. On to the channel forecast. So as of now, I'm recording this on the 17th of July. And of course, today you get the update video Monday. I am planning on uploading the next episode in Road to Round 10. I was actually able to find someone else to help me in this endeavor. So it's actually going to be a little bit different, slightly. And hopefully it goes a lot better for everyone's sake. A different take on doing Knock Dare on Toten, because it's been pretty tough on me, and I have another person, I would think, obviously make it a little bit easier. But Monday, that's when it's coming out, and it's going to be about 35-40 minute video, so you have a lot to sink your teeth into Monday. And then Wednesday will be the next part. It's been a long time since I uploaded the last part, but the next part 3 of Pokemon Vietnamese Crystal Nuzlocke. I've been meaning to upload this for a long time, but the editing is going to take a while, so I've kind of been, apprehensive to doing it, because it's going to take me quite a bit to upload, to edit all the little scenes I have. But anyways, that'll be up Wednesday, because I have ample time to edit that now. And then Friday, of course, we'll have another update video. It will be I can guarantee that it'll be quite different from this one. I don't know. I don't know if this is good or not. It's kind of cathartic, I guess, but I don't know if this is good or not. So I can promise you this. I'll try to make the next one better, though. If you think this is good, bad, or just downright shitty, I will try my best to make it better next time. So yeah, that's it for the next week. Again, just 3 videos, and right now that's what I'm focusing on, because I'm almost done editing those first 2 videos, so I'm gonna have quite a bit of time to work on some other stuff and get ahead on some stuff and work on right now I'm trying to learn Premiere and all of its facets. I can already edit videos with Premiere, but I want to really get down nitty gritty things about doing that. So that's some personal things I'll have time to do this next week. So yeah, that is it for the channel forecast. It looks like a beautiful, beautiful next week for everyone trying to consume Marc Anthony Davis related content. So let's get into our next and last segment. It's called Stuff I Got. So I'm going to show you stuff I got. I'm going to talk about the games I bought in the past 2 months first. First one is Mega Man Legacy Collection Part 2. Is that how you say 2 in French? I don't know. But yeah, it's basically Mega Man 7, 8, 9, and 10. Pretty solid games. I'm a big Mega Man fan. I think Mega Man is the quintessential video game series. I don't know if I said that before, but I really feel that it gives gamers a challenge, a significant challenge that you have to memorize and have very good reflexes, as well have a knowledge of the game. It challenges every aspect, I feel, of a game, what a game is. So I love it. Very fun. Next game I got is New Super Mario Brothers. This is like the 4th time I bought this game, or like my 4th or 5th copy of it, because I remember I stole one. But you don't even know about that. So I bought it when it first came out, and it's one of the first games I got for the DS. I think that's the same for most people. But I've been playing it again, and this is my 2nd or 3rd time getting all the star coins, going through the game again, going through that adventure that I enjoyed so much when I was younger, and it's just as good as I remember it. It's very, very, very fun 2D platformer, and if you haven't played it, I don't know how you haven't, but go out and enjoy it. It's very. I mean, most people. I don't know if they enjoy 2D side scrollers anymore, but I still love them. Another Mario game. I got Super Mario 3D Land. This is my first time actually getting this at all, so this is actually a game I haven't experienced before because all the other games I have experienced in some form or fashion before, and Super Mario 3D Land is. I wasn't expecting everything from the Galaxy games to just be like on a 3DS, but if you just take out the gravity aspect and like the outer space aspect of Galaxy and the little Luma spin. I forget what it's like, the little Mario's like spin to get that extra little boost of air. You might know what I'm talking about, but I feel from like a pure platforming perspective, it's like Super Mario 64, but it has the feel and level design of Galaxy in a lot of ways. Minus the space stuff, like I said, and it's a really fun experience. And I mean, it has very similar graphics as well, but yeah, I had a lot of fun playing it. A lot of levels. It took each time I thought I beat the game, I had to go back and beat the game again. Like the first time, you go through the 8 worlds, and you have to beat Bowser, and you also have to get all these star coins. I forgot. Well, I think there's star coins in this game as well, but then you have to beat the game. You have to beat Bowser as Luigi, I think, and then you have to beat the special worlds. Then you have to get all the stars in the special worlds, and then you have to beat the special final boss, which is the regular final boss, but something different, I think. And like you had to do like 5 or 6 different things to get 100% in that game. So like every time I did another thing, I thought that was the end. I thought that was the ending. And then I thought the game ended like in 12 hours, but it ended up being like, I think I spent like 22 hours on the game, and I mean, I had a lot there. I had a lot of fun. I beat it in the course of a week, so I spent a lot of time on it. And within that week, and I had a lot of fun with it. It's definitely Rev 3DS. It's worth the buy. I think I got it for about $15 now. Speaking of the prices, I got the Mega Man Legacy Collection for about $20. Got Super Mario Brothers for about $20, and got Super Mario 3D Land, I think $15 or $16, including the shipping, all off Amazon. The last one, I got this. I didn't get this off Amazon. I got this off of DKODs, which is a reputable retro games. I think they also sell new games as well, but mostly retro games. Online retailer, and I really like them. I also bought a Game Boy charger off them with Call of Duty World at War. And the shipping got there relatively quickly. It's not a sponsor ad, by the way. I wish it was. Anyways, Call of Duty World at War. I played this game for a long time, for a lot, in my early Call of Duty years. Zombies was a thrill. The campaign I really liked. It was really gruesome, hard hitting, gritty, and I really like the story of it. It doesn't have. I don't know if I would say it's as good as the first 3 campaigns like Call of Duty 2, but I really liked it, and I haven't been able to play it. I haven't played it since I bought it, but I'm looking forward to next time I do play it. And I really want to do a split screen campaign, a co-op campaign of this again. I think I actually might do this. You might see this in the next 3 months. I just remember that's in this game. It's really cool. Anyways. That's all the games I got. So, on to other shit I got. I got 2 wrestling shirts. Oh, how exciting. No, I got a CM Punk shirt, a really cool designer, pro wrestling tees. And I only buy shirts of only my favorite high-performing wrestlers. CM Punk, I'm pretty sure he's never going to wrestle again. So, I might as well commemorate his career by giving him $20 for this shirt. I think it costs technically like $25 or $30, when you get the shipping and all that bullshit. But anyways, I love CM Punk, and I love this design, so I got the shirt. Next shirt I got was a Kenny Omega shirt. It's not the typical Bullet Club or Golden Lovers shirt or anything like that. It is just a plain red shirt that has a drawn on little pocket with a little mini Kenny Omega in it, a little Kenny Omega man in it, which I thought it's a cool shirt for anyone to look at because like a little dude in your shirt, a little cartoon dude in your shirt. But it's also cool for the wrestling fan because it's Kenny Omega in my pocket. I don't know. I thought it was a subtle way to contribute to one of my favorite wrestlers without having a big in your face Bullet Club logo from the neck to my bottom of my tummy, or to my waist, I should say. Anyways, I felt that shirt really good. And that is it for stuff I got. I'm not a rich man, so I don't have much stuff to my name, but whenever I do get stuff, it is an occasion. But that is it for now. And that's it for this video. I've been recording for 53 minutes plus. It's probably not going to be that long when I edit stuff down because I'm going to cut out a lot of the rambling. I mean, I rambled a lot, so there's going to be naturally some in there. But if you're still watching this, I really hope you enjoy it. I hope I added something to your day or your night, whatever. And here's for having a strong 3 months, a strong day, a strong night, a strong week, strong 3 months, strong year, strong life. Just gonna keep pushing. Thank you for watching. It means so much to me. I can't even just thank you. Have a nice day, man. See you later.